Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. I think we finally have a bot mall that's working the way we want it to work. And it's outputting what we need. So we do still need planter boxes for the botanical nurseries, which is kind of annoying. Ash, soil, empty planter box. Stone, brick, wood. Do we ever need them in like huge amounts? I guess is my question. It's only used in a botanical nursery, it looks like. Like, that's literally it. Okay. In that case, I will just automate it. So we'll just do planter box, 10, and empty planter box, 10. And that way, that'll keep up with the botanical nurseries. Oh no, they need 10 each. Okay, sorry. 100 of each then. It's kind of annoying, but it's fine. And we don't have ash in soil, I don't think. Let's hit the reset button real quick. We do have stone brick. Ash can be requested here. That's not ash. Where is the actual ash? There it is. 6 stacks of ash. And soil is kind of hilarious, because we can just make it on site. I think I will do that, in fact. Even put it back here where there's some empty space with the trains. I don't generally use this space for much. And done. We got soil. Okay, sorry, I'm a little sniffly because of allergies. I was just outside at the farmer's market and all the grass just got cut and I think my nose is not liking it. Anyway, I think that's all we need to do. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I mean, we just made a planter box, so that's good news. Things will be stuck for a minute, but it should work. And then, okay, so what I'm thinking, what am I thinking? What are you thinking? We're still researching towards Pi 2. When do we get that, by the way? Okay, we have to go through Corlex, nitrogen stage 2, mycology stage 2, perogen, zipiers, and yadles. Okay. And the whole oil sand thing and silver. There's still a lot to do here. A lot to do. Wow, there's a lot here. Silicon carbide, what is this biomass processing? Dried biomass quartz tube, silicon carbide, and nitrogen to make bio oil. Interesting. Okay, you can make a lot of raw coal and condensates, or just straight up raw coal. And you literally just powder the biomass, and then you screen it, which gets you back, it's about a 2-to-1 ratio, and then you dry it, and then you can, with a quartz tube, silicon carbide and nitrogen. What is silicon carbide? Silicon carbide. Great. Doesn't show up. Carbide. I don't even see it here. Oh, there it is. Oh no, I need the green SiC? Oh gosh. I remember this stuff. Yeah, it's extremely coke expensive. And in an arc furnace, which takes 20 megawatts. Holy Holy power, Batman. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for now. And what we're gonna do is set up Auxon trains. Or something like that. What am I gonna do with the manure situation? Because I need manure on trains. Do we already have Auxon trains, though? We do. So, for manure, I'm thinking... What am I thinking? What's the spoilage time? It's pretty long, 5.5 hours. So I think what we'll do is we'll feed the manure over to a train station over here. And then, what am I gonna do? 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 I'm just trying to decide how I want to handle it. Do we want to handle it the way we handled this? Which is still working, by the way. Beautifully. I think. I guess I don't know that for sure. The problem is, one inserter is way too fast. So how do I... Without a constant outflow, I don't have a way to fix it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Let's think. Let's think-a-late for a second. How much manure does this make, first of all? It makes... 1 a second. So... $4,000 an hour. Or 5,000 an hour, I guess. Do I need a timer? Need some sort of timer. Oh gosh, this is kind of a mess. Okay, so that goes on a magical journey to here. I could split it off at that point. Okay, sorry, I had to sneeze. So we could split off the manure from there, but then we're gonna need to load more onto the belt. We could put it on a separate belt. I'm not really sure what we want to do. It looks like we're not actually making enough. Now that I look at this. So these need to be like 300. Okay, so that's a little better. And then that's keeping 100 on the belt. I guess. So wait, this is the one that's not enough. Or something like that. Okay, so then that's that manure. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay setting this up here because we can always expand this. You know, it's close enough to trains. A little farther than I'd like, but we can belt through the middle here too. So that's not that big of a deal. Okay, well, let's grab another station. And this is going to be side provider. get that built. And then we'll have the manure come in this way. Delete the train tracks, because I always do. I swear, every single time. Okay, good, that's long enough. And then that... Let's see, how do I want to do this? So, we want it to come in at a certain rate. We want it to go out at a certain rate. And depending on the amount in the chest... Yeah, we need to limit this. Let's say 1,000. So if 1,000 manure is spoiling, we're losing 1,000 seconds per second, right? And then let's say 1,200 on the belt. So 1,200 seconds per second. So every 3 seconds, we lose an hour of decay time. So every 3 seconds, we lose an hour of decay time. So every 12 seconds, we lose 4 hours of decay time. So every 12 or 15 seconds, we need to offload 1 manure. That's not bad at all. That's a really low waste amount. So the question is, how do I... And I have 2 solutions, so it's not really a question. It's more a question of which one do I do. One solution for a timer situation is I have an inserter wired up to read the whole belt, and I say this only works if manure is equal to 0. And now it'll put a manure on the belt, and then it won't put another one until it gets to the end of the belt. You know, let's say it's there. So that's one option. The other option is a clock, right? That just says, you know, if clock is less than, what, how many seconds did I say? Like every 15 seconds or so? 15 might be a bit too much, every 12. So 12 seconds, so 60 times 12. So, I mean, I could just do this. Output clock 1, output clock, input count. I feel like I'm missing a piece to make that work properly. Or is that right? What happens when it gets to 720? Oh, no, that works. Wow, that is insane that that works. That's so nice. It's so easy to make clocks now. So the question is, what is more UPS efficient? Is it a belt that's going to take 12 seconds for an item to travel? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so a belt is about a tile every 2 seconds. Or sorry, 2 tiles per second, roughly. Oh, that makes sense. Because the belt speed is 15 items per second. And each belt lane is 7.5 items per second, but it fits 4 items on the lane, so it's about 2 tiles per second. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So I would need a 24 tile belt or a timer. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm not actually sure which one is more UPS efficient. If you were to have 10 billion of these, okay, maybe not 10 billion, maybe like 20,000 around the base, which one is better? And then obviously what I would do here is just wire that up, and that would say when clock equals... I cannot type clock. What the heck? Tried like 5 times. When the clock strikes 0. Which I think it does for a tick. I guess I'm not entirely certain that it does. This one's obviously smaller. I think in some ways it's simpler, but I hate the idea of clock combinators running constantly. I don't know why, but it makes me worried about the UPS system I don't think I should, though. Where's the circuit network? Does it not show up in the list? Thought it did. Huh. Oh, electric heat fluid circuit. That's all one thing. Electric heat fluid. But then there's no circuit separate subline? Weird. Weird. Okay, anyway. I'll go with this version for now. And then what does manure spoil into? Rich clay. And then that can go and become what? I kind of just want to burn it. Wow, there's not much you can do with it, weirdly enough. I can turn it into ground samples. Or I can make stone bricks out of it if I also have sand. I think just burning it is the way to go. Feels kind of weird that that's all you can do with rich clay. Is there something else I can do with manure? Wait a second. Can you turn liquid manure back into manure? No, that would be awesome if you could. But you cannot. I was like, wait, we can turn it into non-spoilable form. I think what we're gonna do here, if I can make a bioreactor cheaply. Yep. Is we're just gonna do a bioreactor and a pump jack. And we're just gonna sinkhole the waste manure. Oh, and this needs to be decayed first. Okay. I mean, it's a system. It will work. Is it the best system? Probably not. But it is my system. And it shall do what it is meant to do, I think. That needs to be one further. Okay, so let's pop down the bioreactor and the pump jack, and this makes liquid manure. And then that makes water, and then that goes in the sinkhole. The square manure goes in the sinkhole. Goes in the square hole. Do we need anything else? I don't think so. Manure provide. That's set up. That's set for every 12 seconds. So every 12 seconds. Let me just do the math again real quick. So 1,000 manure plus, let's say, 200 on the belt. Adds up to 1,200 manure. So every 3 seconds we have an hour of spoilage. So 4 hours of spoilage. So I'm basically pulling off a unit of manure when it still has an hour and a half left. That seems a little too much. Let's make this a little higher. So every second is another third of an hour. Yeah. So let's go to like 780. Okay. So then this comes back here. And where's that? It's over there. Okay, so manure will go on this belt. I don't know if I should do a splitter here or what. think I will. It certainly could be the wrong choice. Oh, look at that. Could be the wrong choice, could be the right choice. We'll never know. But I definitely want to measure this belt. No, wait. What am I doing? Enable, disable if manure. This is really weird. Can a belt read its own contents? That feels like a crime. Like somebody call the Factorio police. I'm not supposed to be able to do this. This belt, it doesn't even need to be hooked up to anything. It just needs to be hooked up to something so that I can enable the circuit connection window. Like, but it doesn't even need to be connected to that power pole, because it's doing everything it needs in and of itself. Which I think functions. It's not going to cancel out its own signal, right? It shows up as 48, so I think we're okay. All right, well. Our manure plant is now going to be on high alert. High alert? That's maybe not the right word, but high need. And we're out of flora? Interesting. Something looks like it's gone wrong. This belt is very full of flora. We're going up to 500 flora. So, is there an issue with the mining of the flora? Oh, is there an issue with the offloading situation here? Do we need a bit more speed? Make sure we get a full half belt. Is that even a full half belt? It should be, yeah. So this one doesn't have enough flora because the miners are stopping at 1,000. Uh-oh. Undo that one. That one's not part of the same belt network. Hard to see these things. Those are all part of the same network. We do go through a lot of flora in this base. Like a lot of flora. It really adds up. Okay, well hopefully that's enough to keep things running there. Because how much flora does all this manure need? 4.8 a second. That's pretty high. That's almost a whole belt side. Okay, so then those are all making manure until something's 300. It looks like just the chest. Plus what's on the sushi belt, maybe? And then that's going to 200. Let's bump that up to 300. And then things should stay flowing manure-wise. Because of what we're doing on the other end of the train station. So I think this should work. Guess I'm not 1,000,000% confident, but I think we got ourselves a manure situation that we like. And this will slowly create liquid manure that gets wasted. You know what we can do? You know what I'm thinking? I bet you guys are thinking it too. Heck, it already goes all the way over here. This is perfect. Okay, so we super force build that there. And then this kind of carries on. Maybe like here, 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 and then here. Okay. So then this will be... So we gotta do... What do we gotta do? We gotta do a pump down. And then if that ever gets to be full, then we'll overflow it. So that's step 1, and then step 2. See, I like this. This way we're utilizing the manure that we have to waste anyway. Yeah, that's brilliant. And then this one, it needs to have a top up, is what the next part is then. So like right here, this needs to be a top up so that this system doesn't get too full for the waste manure to end up turning into liquid manure. Okay, why is our bot mall frozen? Because we don't have ash? Wait a second. That doesn't sound right. I swear we're providing ash somewhere. Well, let's find out. Ash provide 72,000. Okay, I'm just not requesting it correctly. Oh, you know, it's not even that. Just not loading it into anything. There we go. Unfortunately, we don't have that stuff in the bot mall, so I gotta go build it myself. All right. Hey, that helped us out. I'm really happy we created that alert. Oh man, I'm really happy with this bot mall. There might be a lot of things wrong with it, but I'm just happy with how it went. I feel like it's working. The alarms are doing the things they're meant to do. The bot mall's doing the things it's meant to do. Now we need to change channel. There we go. There we go. So that should get it unfrozen. If I am correct. Go away now. Yep. Alarm gone. Bot mall is revitalized. It's alive! Alright. Are we good with manure? I think so. You know the other thing I meant to check? Dang it, I meant to check this. Yeah, okay, never mind. We're good. I was gonna check, like, should I just make liquid manure and manure bacteria and then ship those around? And the answer is no. Manure goes into a ton of different stuff. We are gonna want it on trains. Though, it does mostly just go into plants. Okay, so manure bacteria is a whole thing. Agar. Agar's pretty easy now that I have seaweed on trains. Petri dishes. I guess it's nearing time to do a real glass setup. Okay. Well. I guess it's time for real glass. It's a little scary. Where's a big quartz patch? Well, there's one right here that we've built on top of. Plus the lake is kind of in the way of that. That's annoying. I mean, this is the big quartz patch. Honestly, I can just do glass maybe up here. And just belt the quartz up to it. Yeah. I kind of like that idea, actually. Wait, doesn't... No, quartz does not need syngas to mine. I swear it used to. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it might have taken quartz to mine. Wow, that is a dense forest. Holy 1.2 thousand trees. But I would like it to go away, because this is where we're going to build glass processing. And then we're going to get it on... Provider extension. And then a requester extension. You know what? I screwed this up. This needs to be... This needs to be a multi-provide extension. Because I'm going to make more than just glass. Strong side, multi-provide. Okay, that's what we want. So we want that, and then we need a request extension. Which... What is it running into? Oh, the underground routes? I don't care about that. Alright, super force build right there. And then we need another RoboPort, probably. Okay. So that'll all get done. Apparently we need more construction robots because of all that tree deconstruction. Here they all come. How many bots are in the network? That does not look like very many. I guess a bunch are coming from down there. Starting to wonder, what if we had every RoboPort ask for like 2 construction bots, and then they'd be spread all over the entire base? Maybe that's a bad idea. That sounds like a bad idea. Let's not do that. Okay, so we have the manure for Tufra. What are we doing now? I'm doing glass. I don't really know why I'm doing glass right now. Why am I doing glass right now? It was loosely related to something I was doing, but it's been forgotten. Why am I doing glass? Oh, yeah, petri dishes. It was related. Okay, good to know. Totally related. The first time in my life. Alright, pump jacks. I don't know what I'm out of here. Iron plates. Standard business. Why do I only have one of those in there? Oh, there must be some in another chest somewhere. Okay, anyway, why are these still not running? Intermetallics is still struggling? That seems like a bad thing. That shouldn't be struggling. Phoenix. Why is oh, next lit? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How are our little diggy dinos doing? They're not. Diggy dinos are not. Oh, God. Okay. Well, that explains it. Oh. Right. So Kurt here is coming to get meat or jerky. And guess what there's none of in this thing anymore, because it's all brains all the time. Bummer. By the way, some of those are about to spoil. Okay, so that means... What does that mean exactly? We have some meat. We have the meats. We also have jerky. We have a lot of jerky. In fact, this is almost full. This is the trashing one too, isn't it? Okay, new priority, trash jerky. Jerky and chitin trashing, exclamation mark. Okay, so we need to do that pronto. Now, for now, I will do... I'm gonna actually put this like way down here. I'm gonna leave room for other stations in between them. So this one's gonna request Jerky. Jerky. 25 stacks. And then it's just gonna load directly into a caravan. So why am I requesting it here? That's irrelevant. I'll worry about that later. But yeah, for now, we're gonna load directly into a... whatchamacallit? Caravan outpost. Like this. And that should pretty much be it. And then Kurt L just needs to go there first. And it looks like we're not missing the actual building. Otherwise, there would be an alert for that, I think. So that's good. This is going to be jerky for caravans. Request. Should I deliver it to the Nexalit area? Probably, but we're not doing that. That would be boring. Okay, and then we'll reframe Kurt's world to go get jerky from that. For now, I will manually... oh god, my inventory. What will I do? For now, I will load my inventory into that, minus the car, and some fuel. And then I will grab a lot of jerky. And we will go load it manually. And then I maybe need an inserter or two. Okay. So let's go down, load up the joik, and then hopefully our Nexalit problems will be solved. Oof. Almost ran into that one. Okay, where is... oh, I'm too far south. There we go. Okay, so let's deliver a bunch of jerky. Deliver a bunch of jerky. Deliver a bunch of jerky. Alright, that will last a while. Back to mining Nexalit. Jeez. We only get one Nexalit per jerky, which is pretty low quantity, but it'll work. Also, is our research not running? It's looking to be a problem. Okay. Let's try to drive home looking like we're not drunk. Okay, so we gotta reorient Kurt to deliver properly. or pick up properly. And then I think we'll be good. Oh yeah, pick up all this stuff. Bingo. Wow, that's a long list. Oh my gosh, look at how long that list was. That was amazing. Longest list award goes to my inventory. Okay, Kurt needs to now pick up from over here. Yeah, okay. So let's go find Kurt. Kurt's down yonder. No, that's not Kurt. Where's Kurt? Kurt's waiting at the brains. Waiting at the brains, hoping to see Jerky or meat. Never. That's not Kurt. Well, wait, where's Kurt? Oh, because he's empty on Jerky. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so anyway, you need to still do your store food, but then you're gonna go over here. And then you're gonna load up the Jerky. Jerky, 3,000. And then you'll go back. I guess we want to order it like this. Okay. All right, now he'll loop around and do things the way we want him to do it. Okay. Now, is a train coming with Jerky anytime soon? Uh-oh. I did that wrong. It did that so very wrong. You want to know why? I forgot to put priority 50 on this. Or am I doing 10? Oh god, I don't know if I'm doing 50 or 10. 10 seems good. That still gives me 10 notches. Anyway, yeah, trash one should be a higher priority. I forgot about that. That's my mistake. That should be fixed moving forward. Okay, there we go. So that I think is fixed. Nextlet should be running again. Now for green science. Why is green science not running? We're out of animal samples because I'm out of bones. How am I out of augs though? Aug production hasn't had problems, I thought. Yeah, we've got plenty of augs. I must have broken something. Yeah, what's going on here? Why are there no... It says there's 40 augs on the belt. What's going wrong here? These are not rendering augs because of... Oh, we have enough science. Oh, it's not green science. I just assumed it was green science. That was such a bad assumption of me. Such a bad assumption of me. Okay, it's pY1 science that we don't have. What's going on with that? That's new. I haven't had pY1 science problems in like 5 ever. What did I break this time? Where is my pY1 science? Glass. Wait, that's ironic. We were just talking about glass. Why is glassware not running? Totally unrelated, but why is rubber stoppers dead? Okay, formic acid ain't running because but we fixed that, didn't we? Has Vrauk production died? No. This is when we started Vrauk Mark II nonsense. Vrauk production has not died. But formic acid seems to be struggling a bit. How bad are we? I meant to check this like last episode. 241? Bruh. Oh, that's so bad. 241? Alright, I'm doing it. I'm looking up the odds. I know they say never look at the odds. It's like when you lose in a game of Magic the Gathering and you look at what your top card was, and then you find out it would have won you the game, and you get all tilted. You should never check the top card. Same idea here. Alright, what are the odds? So the odds are 241, or no, 0.995 to the power of 241. It's actually a 30% chance. Okay, never mind. That's not as unlucky as I thought it was. There's a 30% chance that you end up in my position where you've made 241 of these and not seen a single Vrauk Mark II. Damn, that's a long time though. And that's why some of these aren't running, is because a decent amount of the eggs are getting taken. I'm gonna make it even less. I need the Vrauks. I'm still surprised though that the formic acid isn't enough that we've been making. Is there a bunch of rubber going somewhere? Where's all the rubber going? Oh. Well. Also, wait, did I never put rubber on trains? Wait, wasn't that literally the whole point of what I did? I never put rubber on the belt here. That's kind of hilarious. I'm gonna do this because I don't want to buffer that much rubber right now. So that's where all of our py1 science has been going. We've been making rubber instead of py science, basically. At least I think that's kind of generally what's been happening here. All right, so now we need to do jerky and chitin trashing. So we need... Wait a second. So what's the situation here? Why am I trashing anything over 4,000? This thing is huge. I should trash anything over like 20,000. Is that too much? Wait. 1,000 is 10 stacks. So, yeah, no, that's too much. Maybe like 8 grand for 80 stacks of each. Oh, but we're also gonna have biocrud in here. Yeah, 80 stacks of each would still be okay for that. Okay, we'll chill like that for now. Okay, so then we need a final trash situation for jerky. And chitin. Both of which can just be composted, which feels like a kind of obvious way to consume them. Chitin. So remind me, what exactly is this middle oil situation? So we can basically add chitin into the process, and the effect that has is it makes more carbolic instead of naphthalene, and we lose the light oil. Okay. Really interesting. And it's a faster craft. Not that that matters too much, but it could. Anyway. So for trashing... where's my trashing facility? It's over here currently. Alright, so... This is for trashing stone. That is the correct stone. Gravel. That is the correct gravel. And sand. That is the correct sand. Okay. And then we will also request jerky. Well, hold on. We've talked about side product stuff before. Should I? Trying to figure out what to do. Should I do the side product and the final trash in the same spot? Yes, right? I think yes. So then we're gonna have a provider. Over here. Multi-provide is fine. It might end up having multiple things. And then you're gonna request... Because really, what I would normally want is 2 separate stations, but I can just put them in one station too, and that's fine. But if I had a byproduct one, then it would be like -10 priority. Or something. Anyway, jerky... 21 stacks. And chitin, 21 stacks. So then those are going to create absurd amounts of biomass. So I'm going to need composters out the wazoo, which needs titanium. Okay, I think this is all going to work fine. If you give a mouse a cookie, we'll get to Tufra eventually, don't worry. Don't you worry. We'll get there. Oh, you know, I probably want lamps in the bot mall. Those show up in things. Pipes, inserters, just checking on everything. We're out of iron and titanium. Alright, we definitely need to get rid of some crap here. So, what exactly have I collected that I need to get rid of? I guess a couple blueprints. That one I want. Okay. Jerky, manure. Those 2 things. And what else can I get rid of? A gear? I mean, yeah, I just have a lot of stuff. It's unfortunate. Alright, titanium. Here. Oh, I already grabbed some. Okay, so composters. Need duralumin. Can I make more? One more? Now I need steel. Okay. 6 is probably enough. Oh, they need a lot of steam engines. 6 is probably enough. So then we'll set up composters, and then we will have a high priority provide station. Here. If I can find it. This one. Alright. Hey, here I am. Okay, perfect. And then this will offload chitin and or jerky. Now, this is the final trash. So for other things we're going to use jerky and chitin for, we'll do another load, because they make other side products too, right? Like jerky is used in a bunch of things. We could be making phytoplankton and providing that. We could be... I guess that's kind of all you can do with it. I guess this can be made from jerky alone, because jerky makes biomass and jerky makes phytoplankton. So we can make carbon black, keratin. Oh, that actually doesn't even cost... Oh, that's a turd recipe. Sorry, never mind. What turd does that require, I wonder? Because that's an interesting way. You make outlet gas, kerogen, and carbon black from jerky alone, which is kind of cool. Anyway, we want to filter those. And at least for now, what we're gonna do is just plop down 2 of these bad boys. I don't even know the rates. Like, is this gonna be way too slow? Too fast? I doubt it'll be too fast, but... What's the rate on that? Yeah, they do not consume it very quickly, unfortunately. So we're gonna need a lot more than 2. And then we're not gonna need loaders. Well, unless jerky gets consumed really quickly. What's the jerky? Jerky. Jerky to biomass is also 3 seconds. Okay. So composters are kind of slow, is what we're learning today. Which is why we made a few of them. And I actually think I will utilize the power of long inserters so that we can have an output belt just going in the middle. There, and we go there. Okay. So there's biomass. And then that will go up, and away. And then this is biomass. From jerky, chitin, trash. Okay, and then that is high priority 10. And you just turn on. Okay. So there's biomass provision. Hopefully that'll murder all of our chitin. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. We only make 3 a minute, so we're okay. It'll take a while to catch up, though. But it'll get through 2 trainfuls an hour, so that's not bad. Okay. That should do it, and that'll get rid of all that crap, no, sorry, it won't get rid of all that crap. It'll get rid of all that crap until biomass is stocked up. And then when biomass is fully stocked, then we need to do something else, which is what? Just burn it? Maybe? Because that's a 10-second recipe. That's not exactly fast. Can you burn it? Yeah, you can. So we'll burn the jerky, burn the chitin, and we'll use the biomass as the fuel, so it's perfect. So I mean something just like this, and then those get fed that way if, and only if, this is backed up. So these will enable if biomass is equal to 8. Okay, and then this will output priority this way. We are gonna need to load like crazy people because biomass is such a slow fuel. These will burn, I guess they'll still burn less than 1 biomass a second because it's 250 kilojoules. So I guess we can use regular. We don't need fast inserters for this. craft a few more burners here. Okay, and that should do it. I think. So then once we've got biomass is backed up, then these will all turn on and start just yanking stuff off the belt to burn it. Cool. Okay, well that needed to be done. So I kind of halfway did this. Spoiled, unspoilable slaughterhouse. I've processed the unspoilable, 2 of the unspoilable slaughterhouse ones. I haven't done biocrud yet. Should I include biocrud in this system? Probably. It's gonna show up eventually. And since this is just a final trash system anyway, it's not like I need a better solution. So yeah, we'll just throw biocrud in there. And biocrud also turns into compost in 3 seconds. But it's 4 every 3 seconds. Jerky is only 1 every 3 seconds, and chitin is also only 1 every 3 seconds. Okay, so biocrud actually is 4 times faster in terms of how fast the composters work. Cool. Alright, I'm happy with this, and I think we'll probably call it an episode here. I've already gone a little too long, but yeah, good stuff, good stuff. I think we'll be getting, I don't know what we were doing, glass. How did we get here from glass? How did we get here from glass? So we were working on glass, and then what happened? Then we found out science wasn't running, and then we went over here to look at Vrauk's stuff, and then we needed Jerky for Nexalit because we didn't have logistics bots because we didn't have intermetallics, and then we found out we had too much Jerky, and that scared me, so then we went and dealt with that. That's what's happened. Because we weren't getting animal samples because we weren't... No, sorry, logistics science was fine. That was not the problem. That was not the problem. Okay. And manure looks like it's getting made. I don't really know. We're still not getting enough flora here. Oh, wait. That's supposed to be 300. That was part of the problem. That was stopping prematurely. Okay, I get it. I forgot the manure measuring was happening in 2 places. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Did I need to do anything else? Got that done. We got a lot of things done in this episode. This was a very productive one. And our bot mall, I presume, is done. Oh, it's so cool. Uh-oh. How did... Uh-oh. No, I'm not okay with this. How did that happen? How did we end up with 2,000? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Guys, what happened? What happened here? How? They're on channel 1, so it's not like... Oh, I was gonna say construction bots brought it, but that wouldn't even make sense because they bring logs, not wood. How did wood get in here? Is it an ingredient to something like this? Does one of these buildings require a huge amount of wood? No. So how did this happen? A bunch must have gotten dumped into active providers at some point. Okay, I'm concerned now. I'm a little concerned. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the planter boxes. I know I said I was going to be done with the episode. Pretty sure it has to do with the empty planter boxes. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I get it. Every single planter box, the building was massively overloaded because wood is an ingredient. How many buildings is wood an ingredient in? Local radar, pulp mill, Fawoji plantation. Those are the only places this will be a problem. Oh god, Fawoji will be an awful situation. But other than that, it should be fine. It's a little bit of a problem though. Literally like filling up these stockpiles. So, is there an easy way to fix this? I could switch to fiber as fuel instead of wood. Is fiber an ingredient in any buildings? Looks like that's a no. Okay, I guess we're switching to fiber. Am I okay with that? Fiber has a fuel value of 6 megajoules. And these buildings generally don't run for a super long run time. So it should last pretty long. 6 megajoules is like 6 seconds times 36 seconds worth of runtime per unit. And I set up a situation that's making how much? Fiber? I don't remember. Where's my fiber setup? Did I delete it? Where did I make fiber? Oh. No, that's just the wood. Maybe I did delete it. I just can't remember how much fiber production I have set up. Like 4 a second. Okay, I think I did like 3 or 4 a second. So if all of these are running, let's say 1% of the time, maybe like 2% of the time, then I've got 10 buildings. So that would be a unit of fiber every 3.6 seconds. 36, 360 seconds, every 6 minutes. I need like 1 fiber every 6 minutes. Yeah, that seems acceptable. Okay. Alright, I'm switching over to raw fiber. We are gonna need a station control combinator though. Station control. Because I don't want to request that many stacks. Alright. Hook this up. This says raw fiber. And the threshold will be 5 stacks, and I'll request 6. Okay, that should fix the issue where wood gets scronked up. What a weird problem. Now, how did those end up in here? Let me noodle on that for a moment. How did wood end up here? Wait a second. Why does this have why does this have items on it? Oh, it's reading reverse requests. The things we have are read as reverse requests. So it's saying, okay, yeah, never mind. The red list is things we're wanting, so it's actually saying we're negative on wanting those things. Cool. Anyway, there's our fiber, and that should work itself out over time. Okay, cool. Anyway, we'll call it an episode there. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one.